This kind of behavior from a politician comes as no surprise to me. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Sheila Jackson Lee allegedly being caught on audio berating a staffer with a flurry of curse words and just really demeaning language. Now, I am not surprised at this alleged leak at all. And the reason why I say alleged is because from what I've been able to read, it's not been able to be independently verified. But it was funny. I was reading Newsweek, and we'll get to that article and the audio in a minute. But on Newsweek, they said, while we can't independently verify it, this is pretty much how she behaves. She has been known to treat her staffers like garbage. I'm talking about just really, really poor behavior from this politician. Now, the reason why I'm not surprised is not because she's a Democrat or a black woman. It's because she's a politician. Politicians make the general public think one thing, and it's not always true. This is why actors are often interested in politics. Your Matthew McConaughey, isn't he kind of getting in the water? Oprah is trying to get in there. Ronald Reagan, an excellent president, was a California actor. There are plenty of actors who get into the political sphere because it's right up their alley. You make people believe one thing about you, although behind closed doors, something else is often true. This is why Donald Trump was hated, because he was the same in front of the camera and behind the camera. He wasn't this split personality, Jekyll Hyde. That was not Donald Trump. And a lot of people in Washington, D.C., in politics are exactly the opposite of that. One way publicly, a different way privately. And before I go any further, let's go ahead and get into it. If you want to hear the audio for yourself without my commentary, link as always will be in the description. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
You took a piece of paper from that woman regarding something that was over at Duncan Tail. Where is it? What date was it?
All from yesterday. Jerome took it upstairs. I have to call him. He took it up when I switched out the paper. I'll call him as soon as you get here.
I don't want you to do a goddamn thing. I want you to have a brain.
And sorry for the cursing, but you know that's just kind of what's going to happen. And I want you to see the subtitles here so you can hear exactly what's going on and read it along with it as well.
I want you to have read it. I want you to say, Congresswoman, it was such and such date. That's what I want. That's the kind of staff that I want to have. So some stupid other motherfucker did it, and I don't have the information. Nobody sent me the information. I need to ensure my schedule. And, if Boo-Boo did it. And nobody knows a goddamn thing in my office. Okay? Nothing.
I mean, is it necessary to cuss like a sailor? Like, you can't bridge your sentences with other words aside from cuss words. I mean, just cussing for no reason. No reason at all.
I gave it to you. Your job was to get it on the calendar, imprint it in your brain, or send me the information back saying, Congresswoman, I made sure that the Ovide Duncan Tell event that you gave me for so-and-so date at 7 is on the calendar. Not to, Jerome has it. Okay? So when I called Jerome, he's going to be sitting up there like a fat-ass, stupid idiot talking about what he doesn't know. Okay? Both of y'all are F. It's the worst that I could have ever had put together. Two goddamn big-ass children. Idiots. Serve no goddamn purpose. Ain't managing nobody. Nobody's respecting them. Nobody gives a shit about what you're doing. And you ain't doing shit. And this is an example of it. I gave it to Jerome. This is not child's work. Okay?
All righty, so there you have it. That was Sheila Jackson Lee, the Democratic House rep from Texas, berating a staffer allegedly on audio. And that sounds like her. It doesn't sound like it's AI. It doesn't sound edited, altered. That most certainly sounds like her. And again, I am not surprised one bit, because that's how a lot of these politicians, like behind closed doors, behind the scenes, that's how they act. That's how they sound. And not just politicos, but also a lot of your bosses, a lot of people that are in power positions. That's how they act. That's pretty much normal. And I've seen that for years myself, just being around these people. Before YouTube, even when I was a little kid, I was around some of these people, bosses, political people. I was around them because my granddad was involved with politics. My dad involved with politics, and I might be at their house and they might have some colleagues, some friends over, and I'm hearing certain things. And when they start drinking, that's really when you hear the real them, when they start to drinking, because at that point, they let it all hang out. They don't really care. But you see the headline right here on Newsweek: Democrat allegedly cursing out staff and leaked audio sparks backlash. Now, you see what's going on, the basic rundown. Verbally abusive and curse-laden tirade against staff members have prompted backlash on social media. And they're saying that it's, promoted by Republicans on social media. And she's been in that same chair since 1995. That's a pretty long time for one person to be doing one thing in politics, but that's kind of how it goes. And then once you get into career politicians, that's pretty much it. I saw one lady back when I was in Virginia, just to pause briefly. Back when I was in Virginia, I saw a lady that would go to public events. She would appear to be like a grandma type figure, but behind closed doors, I'm talking about, she gave you the impression that she could pull a pistol and just shoot you at any moment. Jekyll Hyde. That's how it is with a lot of these people. And that's why people love politicians, because they give off this false image of a perfect person, or of a person with minimal flaws, or of a person who exhibits the kind of characteristics that they like. Whatever those characteristics may be. If you want them to be pro-LGBT, they'll be that. But they might be heavily anti-LGBT behind closed doors. That's politics. But let's keep on going. So this is what I was referring to earlier. Newsweek could not independently verify the authenticity of the clip, which was first circulated by accounts like RNC Research on X, Twitter. Despite that, the behavior shown in the clip does fit a prior pattern of allegations against Lee, with the Houston Chronicle noting on Saturday that she has a long reputation as a demanding, sharp-talking boss. That's one way to describe all that cussing, saying 5,000 curse words in 1 minute and 19 seconds. That's a definite way to describe it, sharp-talking. Though this would be the first time that she is allegedly caught on tape behaving in such a manner. A 2019 lawsuit also alleged that Lee fired a staffer in retaliation for them suing the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation in response to an alleged rape, sexual assault from 2015. That's rough. That is rough. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's her right there. All right. Sheila Jackson Lee doesn't really do much in Congress from my point of view. Maybe I'm wrong. If you live out there in her district in Houston, Texas, in that area, y'all let me know if she has done anything since 1995. One thing I know her for is being a vocal proponent of reparations. Reparations is kind of it's like a pet project for her, because they're not going to go anywhere with it. Now, whether I'm for or against it is irrelevant, because whenever they say reparations for Black Americans for slavery, they say, oh, we're going to do a study. We're going to look into it. We're going to form a task force. They did that in California, reparations task force. And they came out with all kind of crazy stuff. We want 40 acres in the mule and the amusement park and $500 trillion each person. Dumb stuff. Things that will never, ever actually get accomplished. And it doesn't matter what they came up with on the council, nothing was ever going to get done, because all they do is just talk with no action. No action. All right. When you're talking about other people, remember the whole anti-Asian hate? When that came about, they brought it up, got something through the House, it was passed, signed off, and it was done. Reparations, we're going to look into it, we're going to figure it out. But that is Sheila Jackson Lee cussing up a storm on audio, which is of no surprise to me. It doesn't matter, black, white, Democrat, Republican. It doesn't matter, because politicians are that. This is why, again, as I close, I was a Trump fan, still a Trump fan, because he was not the politician that would lie to your face and do something totally different behind closed doors. This is so common, which is why when I'm seeing the whole Speaker of the House kerfuffle and people getting on there, going on these long rants and whatnot, I'm like, okay, who wrote that? Who trained you how to actually read that with emotion to make me think a thing that's not really true? At a certain point, when you're talking about big politics, federal government, it ain't nothing but a dog and pony show. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think that tape of Sheila Jackson Lee, the Democratic House rep from Texas, is authentic? Do you think it's fake? Do you think it's artificial intelligence? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I think it's 100% real. Absolutely. Because this is very common. This is not uncommon at all. It's just not so common. We hear these profanity-laden tirades on audio. That's not very common. But the tirades happening behind closed doors is common. The different behavior, public and private, is common, especially in politics. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.